Real talk, real life, real growth. This is Raw Reality with Tori Story and Fit with Lily. Welcome to the Skin Series, a space created from my own experience with acne. I know the frustration, the tears, and the feeling of wanting to hide. So this series is about real conversations, expert insights, and reminding you that acne does not define your worth. You are never alone in this journey. This is the Skin Series. Let's talk about it. Sophie Jayne Miller.
Tori Story.
Welcome back to the Skin Series, kind of, for me anyway.
So happy to be back.
Yeah, so excited. So just like a little backstory, we actually recorded this episode May last year.
Yeah.
Because the Skin Series was like planned yonks ago, but we had some technical difficulties, some tech issues, literally the night before I was uploading. So that's really fun. So I know you guys were meant to hear from Soph week 2 of the Skin Series, but saving you to last.
Yeah, and honestly, I think I've learnt more since like a year ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So true. And wow, it's been a year.
Like almost.
Yeah, you're so right.
Yeah.
Well,
I've come further in my journey.
Yeah, same. We're doing good. So we're going to riff on acne. And the one thing I wanted for your episode specifically was like no notes, no prompts, nothing, just like yap. And like this is going to be therapy for us, but also a lot of you guys as well.
Yeah, skin therapy.
Yeah.
Just ranting. Because no one gets it unless you've had it.
Yeah.
And you've gotten it. And you're like, it's actually just soul crushing. Anyway, I'm excited.
So here we are. But I want to go into your journey first because I remember when we recorded, there was a few things I was like, wow, I didn't know that. So let's just start from the start, where the acne began, how it began, and just like how you felt throughout that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wow. We're going back. Okay. So I think it was around 13, the age of 13.
Crazy.
Like now I'm 26.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we're still going through it.
No, like we're on the other end. Totally. Yeah, started breaking out on my forehead. And it was just kind of like random little bits.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Everyone was just like, it's puberty. Like, you know, it's fine.
Yeah.
I was like, So I started looking into like sugar and like, I instantly went sugar, like sugar's the enemy. Like at 13.
I was going to say that's like very mature of you at 13.
Thank you.
Because I would just be like, life is over. You know?
Never leave my house.
Yeah.
No, I was like, sugar, it must be sugar, which is just like it propelled, it propelled me into like a whole like kind of toxic cycle. But at 13, and I was just like, I look at 13-year-olds now and I'm like, you're tiny, like you're a child.
Yeah.
And me at 13, like what is causing sugar on my forehead? Like it's sugar, acne on my forehead is sugar. So that was where my initial thing went. Yeah. So I was like, okay, cutting out all sugar. At 13.
And it's like 13 birthday parties and like, you know, you're living your life.
Yeah, just got my period and then started breaking out. Yeah.
Like also could have been
I think it probably could have.
Yeah.
But I was just like, no, it's sugar.
Yeah, of course.
So I like got so like anal with it. I was like tomato sauce out the door because there's a bit of sugar in it. Like I was full crazy.
Yeah.
And then I decided to go vegan. I was like, well, that's the answer.
Yeah.
And then my skin just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And I think it kind of like some on my chin, some on my forehead for a few years. And then it wasn't until I graduated high school, so I was probably like 17, 18, then it started going to my cheeks. Right. And that was where it was all downhill because I feel like a little bit on the forehead, a little on the chins.
You can manage.
You can manage. On the cheeks.
Game over.
I'm sorry. I'm not looking sideways because people are looking straight at my face.
Yeah.
Like, you're putting makeup on, you're trying to cover it up. It's just not working. It looks worse. And so I really I was like a little bit into health then, but then I like really delved into the whole world of like acupuncture, naturopaths, doctors, like tried everything. You know what I mean? Like tried to go natural, then was like, this isn't working. Tried to go down like the more Western way, like going on the pill, didn't work. And it's just like, yeah, like that was kind of where it started, and it just kind of like stuck around on the cheeks. Like the cheeks were the most
stubborn.
Yes.
Yeah.
And hey, now I know why.
Yep.
But yeah.
Would you say like when it hit your cheeks was when it started to affect you mentally?
Yeah.
And that was, what did you say, around graduating school?
Yeah.
Interesting. Because it's like, I think for younger kids it is more common like forehead, chin, because I think it's like a bit more food related, probably. Huge. Yeah, like sugar. But also just hormone changing, and then obviously you got your period.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that like a few years later, it then hits your cheeks. Yeah. Because I think once it hits your cheeks, it's just like, why? Why are we doing these ones?
Exactly.
And that was graduating school.
Yeah.
How did you go mentally, like once it kind of hit your cheeks? Because then I guess similar to me, I'm pretty sure it got progressively worse.
Yes.
And it was like, we're doing all the things.
Yes.
Nothing's working. How did you tackle that mentally?
Oh, like with a lot of tears, So yeah, it like started on my cheeks with just a few and I was like, oh, this is weird, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, just tried to keep doing all of these things, whether that was vegan, whether that was no oil, whether that was no carbs, like everything.
Yeah.
You try everything and I know you're the same. And I remember around the same time as when I was starting my YouTube channel. And so kind of half of me was like, okay, I'm going to heal my skin on YouTube like that. You know, that's the journey that I'm going to go with online. But it was also so soul crushing to just edit yourself constantly. You're not only seeing it in the mirror, but then I'm like coming home and editing myself for hours, seeing everything. And it was just like, it was the biggest motivator, but also the biggest just self, like, I don't know, just like soul crushing, like looking at yourself and hating what you're seeing, just feeling dirty. Like I just remember looking at myself and being like, what is happening in my body? Like I'm so genuinely confused by it.
Yeah.
And you're looking at your friends surrounding you who have perfect skin and they're eating whatever they want and they're barely doing their skincare and you're just like, what is wrong with me? Like you actually feel broken. And I just remember feeling so incredibly broken and trying something, getting my hopes up for a few weeks and then skin maybe like improved a bit and then got worse again. And it's just like so, yeah, I feel like I've said soul crushing about 10 times.
Yeah, but it's like the best way to explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devastating to get your hopes up again and again and again and talk to someone else and they're like, it's this. And you're like, perfect. Try something new. It doesn't work. And it's just.
And I think with like showing up online too, it's like, because I did start my YouTube with my skin as well. Like that was like the purpose of it because I was like, I can't be the only one dealing with this because again, like my friendship group, no one was going through it. And I was like, well, I can't be the only one. And it was like the most daunting, scary thing to share online, but then the most comforting thing because it was like, I'm going through it. This is me. This is how I feel. And you're like, oh, okay, like this is not normal, but it's normal. If that makes sense.
And just connecting with so many more people about it. And even I kind of started with skin and all of that. And then because of, it was interesting how it's so all interconnected because I was trying to be so strict with diet, training, everything for my skin. Like it wasn't even a body thing. I wasn't even like this. I'm like, I genuinely was just doing everything I could for my skin. It then came up as a lot of restriction.
Yeah.
And then rebelling against the restriction with binge eating and binge eating of like foods that I deemed like unhealthy, naughty things that would break my skin out. So that was like sugary foods, dairy foods, whatever I was like hyper focused on the time. If there was no oil, blah, blah, carbs, I would then like binge with it because it was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so over. I'm going insane from doing the same thing all the time and not getting a result that I would just be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to like have a moment and eat this. And then it would go crazy because I never allowed myself those foods. And then the guilt after having one thing that you deemed unhealthy for your skin and the waking up the next morning, touching your face, feeling your skin being like, oh, there's another one. Like the feeling of waking up every single day to a new pimple. Oh, like,
yep.
There's just no words.
Yeah.
Like it just makes you feel so awful about yourself. And then you've got to go to work or go to a friend hangout or be online. And it's just, yeah. It was like, oh, one of those things like you just want to actually curl up in a hole and never see anyone ever again.
Yeah, quite literally. When would you say, like what age would you say it was like its peak worst?
Ooh, I would say probably around like 23 to 24.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think that it kind of, I would say it started getting bad as, again, like on the cheeks around 18.
Yeah.
So it was like, that's when it kind of started. But then when I look back at photos and be like, okay, that was definitely the worst. It was probably around the age of 23, 24, I think.
Which is like not that long ago.
No, like a couple of years ago.
I know. I think mine was like started 18, 19 and got really bad. 19, 20 was like really bad. And then I feel like healed it for a bit. And then it's like broke out again and like worse.
Yeah. It was like it'd kind of get good for a bit and I'd be like, okay, we're on the up. And then it would just get worse. And I'd be like, I have not changed anything.
Yeah.
What is going on? And you just want to actually like, there's the amount of times where I just be like, body, tell me what to do.
And like, because there still is, and I think Tia's episode was really good for that in terms of like, what is acne? But it's like every single person is going to be different. It's not like to fix this wall, it's like the one and only way you can do that. Whereas like every single person is going to be different as to why they have acne, which is like so frustrating.
So frustrating. Why isn't there one answer?
Yeah, someone figure it out.
Yeah, and I would have done anything. If someone was like, I don't know, cut off your left arm, I probably would have.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And so you did like the natural route, then we like were over it, tried some medication, things like that, went on the pill. What was that like for you?
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yep.
Yeah, I hit like my wit's end and I was like, oh, I've tried everything. I've spent thousands.
Yeah.
Like so much
Like
money.
skincare, makeup,
Supplements,
pillowcases, like
everything. It's like, it's my shampoo, it's my this, it's my this. It's like health food, like this one health food is what you need to heal your skin. I'd try it and I wouldn't. So I kind of just got to, I think I was probably around 20
yeah.
when I was like, okay, I'm done. Maybe 21. I'm going to go to the doctor and I'm going to get the pill. And like, I'd never been on any kind of.
And what age was this?
I think 20, 21.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was like 2020 because it was like lockdown.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was around 2021. And I still remember I fainted in the doctor's room. Yeah, so that was where my mental state was at, because I had never been in this like medical world before. I fainted, but I was like, no, this is still what I should do. Started taking the pill. I think I took the pill for 3 to maybe 4 months, so not a long time, but I felt awful.
And that was the first time ever taking the pill?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Because I was like beforehand, I was so big on doing it naturally.
And I think because you learned that early on.
Yes.
Which is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I didn't try it. If I didn't know about anything healthy beforehand or like going down the natural route, I probably would have just gone on the pill like straight away at 18. Did you?
Yeah. Well, I had irregular periods from the get-go at 16 and they were like, oh, the pill.
Perfect.
And I was like, oh, but I had like no trouble with my skin ever until coming off the pill.
Okay.
So it's still like the pill is the devil for me. Yeah.
The start of it all.
Yeah. And then didn't go back on it, I think maybe like a year and a half later, and was the same, like tried quote unquote everything at the time, wit's end. And this doctor was like, look, you need this. And put me on 3 different, like the pill, metformin and antibiotics.
All at once?
All at once. Yeah. Because I was also dealing with like the weight gain and all of that on top of, but I was the same, like 3 months, I think. And then I was just like awful. I didn't even feel like myself and I just threw it all out.
Yeah. I still remember getting to the point of just being like, I am not myself in my body. My boobs were rock hard. I remember hugging friends and they were like, did you get a boob job? And I was like, no, I'm on the pill. They were rock solid and 3 sizes bigger. Wow. It was crazy.
And that's another thing, like so many different like side effects for every different person.
Yes. I still remember getting the pill packet and like opening up all the side effects. It was like a dictionary.
Yeah.
I was like,
literally.
Oh. Anyway, threw it away because I was like, it'll give me clear skin.
Yeah.
And then my skin, it was really strange because my skin didn't really change that much on the pill. But when I came off it, I was doing a few things like going on Fem21, a supplement.
Tried that also.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was going on Fem21. I was like really trying to be like, hey, how do I get my cycle back and get it back well? And my skin stayed good for probably 6 months after the pill. And I was like, nice. I've done it.
I've nailed it.
Then it came back worse than ever.
Yeah. Actually, I will admit the same. Mine cleared up for a couple of months before it hit me worse.
I think it's almost like the body, it's like delayed reaction.
Yeah, 100%. It's like when they say like the period pain you get on this period is from 3 months ago, like what you were doing 3 months ago. What I will say that I took from Tia's episode that I think everyone can just listen to again is one thing I wish, and you probably now that we've both worked with Tia, is like don't just stop the pill or just like throw it out, and don't also just go, I'm going to take it every second day and like wean myself off it. It's not a thing. We don't do that. Tia was like, there's so much work we can do while you're on the pill to nurture your body off it. Like she's got so many supplements that she's tried and created herself. And it was just like such an insightful conversation in that was like, you don't need to just go cold turkey. It's like some bit like we did, that's all I knew. But there's ways to support your body to come off the pill and potentially not have major reactions, whether that be skin or period or hormones. You can kind of nurture your body off it. So just something to think about if you're thinking about coming off the pill.
And even when you think about it from like a non-scientific, not knowing anything way, like it's just such whiplash for your body to be like, okay, taking this pill every single day, changing your hormones, and then all of a sudden just being like, oh, actually, I'm not going to give you anything. And then it's just kind of like, Anyway, why aren't you good? You know?
Yeah, you're like, oh, body's actually all over the place.
Yeah. I'm like,
and doesn't know how to function without this synthetic hormones going into your body.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. So we came off the pill. And what happened then? Did we go back to natural?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went full back to natural and I was like, okay, I felt so awful on the pill that like I don't think that's the right route for me. And I know you're the same, but I was so always against doing Roaccutane.
Yep.
It just never felt right for me. And I think you hear some people go, it was the best decision that I've made, and that's incredible. That's your experience. You know when it's not right for you. And I was just always like, I just don't think I can do it. And I know even you almost went to and then couldn't swallow certain tablets. Yeah. Like you just know when your body's going to be like, nah, it's not going to happen. And I think from my experience, even though they're completely different things on the pill, I was just so scared to do anything remotely similar to that ever again. And I think I just had this determination of like, I will heal it naturally. I will get to the bottom of it. I didn't want to band-aid it.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go on because I've heard so many stories as well of people going on Roaccutane. Or Accutane. Is it Roaccutane or Accutane?
There's different names, but I'm pretty sure it's just the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Didn't want to go on it, come off it, acne comes back, and then I have to do it again. Like that would be my worst nightmare.
And it's like we could have gone on it and it healed, and like we never have.
Hey, maybe.
But we will never know.
Exactly right.
But it's like I think both of us were not willing to risk that either way that it's gone. But also like I'd rather put in the time and money and effort into doing it like properly and like from the root cause than trial and error. And also like for me personally, I've struggled with mental health in the past. I was like, that is a huge, like so many people, because I remember I would do question boxes on Instagram. Like I would break down completely. I'd be in my bedroom bawling and I'm like, right, give me your pros and cons of Accutane. Like I need to know it all. And it would be split 50-50. But then every time I would just be like, oh, like I'm done. Like I'm going to do it. Lillian Jackson or my mom, whatever, they'd be like, we'll support you. Like if that's what you need to do, we'll do it. And then I'd be like, no, I can't do it.
Yeah.
But it's just like you have your values and morals. And I think when that's like our internal, it's just like absolutely not. You got to listen to that. But I just know that I had to get it from the root cause.
I think even when we just started becoming friends, we were like voice noting back and forth, but just being like, oh, you're going to do it. Oh, I don't know. Like this is the pros. And then I'd say pro, you'd say pro, we'd say like, I'd say con, you'd say like we were full going back and forth for probably years.
Yeah.
I've just been like, should we? No,
and
we should.
And then till we probably both got to a point where it's like, it's actually not an option.
No.
So let's stop wasting energy on it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to do it.
No, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think when I'd made that my mind up of, okay, like that is just not an option for me.
Yeah.
I started going just more down the natural, trying different things more and more and more. And it's such a not linear thing to do because it'll improve and then it'll get worse and improve. But I think the whole time I was like, I know my body is trying to tell me something. Could communicate it in a slightly better way. Could give me
Could be a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
To-do list.
Please. Like a checklist.
Yep.
But I was like, I know you are trying to tell me something and I'm trying to listen.
Yeah.
And so just like trying so many different things going. But yeah, I feel like when I started to kind of see improvements was when I just stuck at something for a long time and just kind of like had trust in it. I know that sounds so annoying if you're currently in it, but going to our naturopath here, going to our acupuncturist Rach.
Yeah.
Oh, we love our team.
Yeah.
Our team of like women.
Yeah.
And just kind of like it's such a multifaceted thing. And like you said, like so different for everyone, but there's just, you find something, you're like, okay, this feels good, and just like sticking with it and trusting that this is right for your body. And it is crazy as well because it's the stress that you put on yourself for your acne sometimes is worse than doing anything else, like eating right, blah, 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 just because of the stress that you are feeling internally when you're eating, I don't know, an ice cream is worse than the actual ice cream itself. Time and time again.
That was my biggest lesson.
Same.
Probably ever through acne. I think another one was like the self-love, like learning to love yourself regardless of your skin, your weight, like you truly just love who you are internally and what you bring to the table. But that being one, and then that being second of like the fear of food is actually causing me to break out rather than the food itself.
Quite literally. And like we both went away traveling Europe for 6 weeks, whatever it was. Skin completely clear. Eating whatever.
Yeah.
Not focusing on, is it this ingredient.
And just like stressing less, enjoying ourselves.
Being in the sunshine, swimming in salt.
Really interesting.
Should we go back?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's there's so many different things that are obviously involved in it. But yeah, definitely like that has been such a huge lesson. I've gone in and out of like feeling guilty for eating certain foods because of the skin and then being like, no, don't feel guilty of it, and like going in and out of it. And I feel like social media is such an amazing thing and can be kind of toxic in this whole world too, because I would see something new that someone has tried and be like, that's it.
It's worked for you, it's going to work for me.
Yeah. And then I get like obsessed with it and change everything. And then like I even remember this was back when I was living at home. So probably just as my skin was really starting to get bad, I would not let my dad cook with oil. And I would like sit in the kitchen and watch him. And if he put a drop of oil in there, I'd be like, I'm not eating it. Like, are you kidding? And now I'm at a point where I'm like, add the olive oil in, extra avocado. Like the fats are so good for my skin or for my body personally. Like I feel so good on a bit more, like higher fats.
Yeah.
And it's just like all of the things that I tried, like the raw tofu vegan days.
Yeah. So that's what I want to go into now.
Okay, sorry.
Before we go into like what worked for us and like what we've been doing in the last couple of years, the things we've tried.
Okay. What is on
like the most, like you just said, the things you see online, like I need to try that immediately, or just like the most unhinged things that you would see on YouTube because people were making these videos that were going viral to heal their skin. Let's recap. What have we done?
Okay, so the no oil was a huge phase for me, like not a drop of anything.
I think I only hit that like maybe once I moved to the Gold Coast.
Really?
And was learning about seed oils and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then like when I went back from being vegan to eating meat, switching from like olive oil to like grass-fed ghee.
Yes.
Which I do think was like a big, what's the word? Like it helped a lot. But then being afraid of eating out and the seed oils and things like that. Because like olive oil is actually great.
Incredible.
Technically just not great to heat it, like cook with, but then like great on salads and like all that sort of stuff. But I feel like I was late to the party for that one.
Yeah. I
really
was early, you were late.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, yeah. So the oil was a huge one, like even like avocados, like even, good, such great fats. I was just like
give me avocado on everything now.
Everything.
I have it in every meal pretty much.
If I don't have avocado with the meal, it feels kind of like incomplete.
Yeah, agreed.
Incomplete. What else I tried? Oh, I tried multiple juice fasts.
Yep.
Or juice cleanses.
Yep.
And the interesting thing was I just thought that it was just like, juicy in general. And so I would just like juice a watermelon and that would be breakfast. Yep.
Which is like of course it's good sugar in fruits, but it's like, it's kind of like straight sugar for breakfast.
Yep. And like no fiber, no protein, no like anything to sustain you. I was doing that during school. So I was like going to school and I still remember I would have like 3 1-liter juices in a day. Hey, not enough.
Yep.
In general.
I literally say this on next week's pod with Lil because we talk about juice cleanses and stuff. But I was during COVID juice cleanses, but like 3 to 4 days of just juice.
Yeah, no, I was doing 7.
Yeah.
Monday to Monday. I just remember at school, I was like, I had this, the Boss bottles, the Boss water bottle. I had the litre ones of those. And I had one for lunch. I remember my friend sitting next to me, she was eating pasta. And I was like, wow, that looks incredible. Like I'm so jealous just drinking my like orange, watermelon and apple juice. 7 days. And I was doing it for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Like, what I would do to just go back and be like, hey,
eat
shake
some food.
myself.
Yeah. I was doing did you ever, and this is nothing against the brand, they're actually really good juices, Impressed juices. Yes. Like they're actually delicious. Like there's like kale, cucumber, all the things. I was getting those and doing like 4 to 7 day cleanses. And then I remember in Adelaide, I collabed with like a juice brand like 3 times and promoted like juice cleanses and stuff. Like, I'm so sorry if you're around for that because we do not promote that now.
No. A juice before breakfast or like but with a meal?
Yeah, perfect.
Love a juice.
Like just for like a little snack in the car, like perfect.
Yeah, not for breakfast, lunch and dinner and only that.
Yeah. We don't do those ones.
No. I also did like a broth cleanse.
Yeah, right.
Like I only drank broth. But then I remember waking up in the middle of the night feeling so nauseous because I hadn't eaten anything. Yep, that one was fun.
You said raw till 4?
Raw till 4 was huge.
Yep.
So that was the 8 banana smoothies with like 10 dates in it with water. Blended that one up.
Wow.
Banana milkshake, of course.
Yeah, perfect. Yum.
Yep. So that was, I remember just so much fruit, which again, fruit is incredible, but maybe just not for like breakfast, lunch and dinner straight.
Yeah.
And so I did that one, and then it was like breakfast, that lunch. Sometimes I remember I would get half a watermelon and then just like eat that, and that would be breakfast.
It's wild,
And like
isn't
sometimes
it?
lunch, and that is when I think I kind of started the first thing I started craving was eggs.
Yep.
All I wanted was an egg. And I remember I was like fully vegan at this point. I was like, what? Like, I'm so against that. Like, I don't eat that. And I remember one afternoon, I think I came home from school and I was like, all I want is a scrambled egg. Like, give me a scrambled egg. So I like made one. I felt like I was literally like breaking a rule. Like I was going to get arrested or something. Ate one. I was like, oh, that was incredible. So then I started to like introduce a little bit back, like eggs, fish, that kind of thing, and slowly built up. But then that was almost when the binge eating started, because then I would kind of rebel on ice cream all the time because I worked in an ice cream shop. So I'd be like, I'm not touching any of it. So like ever. I will not have a single scoop. And then of course I would think it was my discipline breaking, and then I would eat like so much of it, and then the guilt.
And then you'd like eat it so it's gone, and then you wouldn't touch it or buy it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I worked in the ice cream shop, we would get like tubs to take home sometimes. And so it would just be in the freezer. Hey, awesome. Until I was like so deprived because I would just not allow myself any of it, and I would finish the whole tub, cry and cry and cry because I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm self-sabotaging myself. What am I doing? And the next morning I wake up, okay, never again. This is where it changes. I will never do it again.
And it's like, hey, hun, it wasn't the ice cream. It was the mental state before the ice cream.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like the week before of under eating or just eating this or just eating this. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of the other things I tried.
Mine was always just like seeing like skincare online and being like, I have to try that.
Oh,
Try it for a
definitely.
week, doesn't work. Well, what's the next one?
Yep. Did you ever have that like brush, like a vibrating brush that like
Oh,
spun?
like kind of exfoliates. Yep.
Yes.
Bought that. Saw it at Sarah's Day, had it. All those like masks that you would make. Sarah's Day did a lot of them. But that was when I was like prime YouTube, like how to clear my acne.
1,000%.
And it would be, gosh, I can't even remember ingredients, but like those.
Turmeric.
Yeah.
Greek yogurt.
Yes, I definitely did a turmeric one.
Yeah.
Because I
Honey and
hated it.
turmeric, I feel.
Yeah, probably.
And then your skin would kind of turn a bit yellow.
Yes. Because I remember that was like COVID for me. And it was like, oh, I'm just at home, so I'm going to try all these things.
Yeah.
But it's
Things I
like,
put on my skin.
oh my God, horrific. No wonder I was breaking out because they're all pore cloggers shit.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, and just like, the money you would spend on. I think I remember like Shani Grumman, she used to work with Skin Institute. And I used to love, my mum also had them. And I was like, oh, stunning. So I tried that. And then it was like, 2 weeks later, didn't work. What's the next product?
Yeah. I remember as soon as I got a job and started earning my own money, that was basically all I spent my money on. Was new supplements, greens powders, gut powders, like beauty powder, all of that kind of stuff, skincare, tools, like all of that. I feel like I was trying everything.
Yeah.
And it would be like ice, dipping your whole head in ice.
In a bucket of ice.
Yeah.
That was that a few times. Trying to think. I also, when I like got into deep into like healing it holistically, and this was like not something that was crazy because it did definitely help when I was seeing the lady from America who I'd got from Ma Really Well in the Pursuit of Wellness podcast when she was like really in her acne journey. And I remember my session with her was like around $500 US. And then my first like protocol cost me like $1,200 in subs. And I remember sitting in Riley's old house upstairs, and it was like New Year's Eve or something. And I remember just purchasing all the supplements, like so many supplements. And like, yes, it was amazing because she did my gut microbiome. She read all the things, did my bloods, like was really like, she's amazing. And they did help, but it just got to a point where like I would stress so much that because it was like breakfast, lunch, dinner, 2 of these, 4 of these, 1 of that. And every breakfast, lunch and dinner was different. And it was like the stress of leaving house after lunch, getting halfway to wherever I was going, I was like, fuck, I didn't take my supplements. I need to turn around, race back home, because if I didn't take those supplements, my skin would break out.
Yeah. All hell would break loose.
Yep. And then again, it's like, hey, it's not the supplements, it's the stress.
Yep.
That's actually breaking you out.
Yeah. The amount of like, and the ads I'd get on Instagram being like, this 3-month course that you do of supplements will heal your acne. I was like, perfect, $2,000 down the drain. And then you like start it and like maybe you forget one day and you're like, oh no, like, the thousands of dollars.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was just like such a time. And I think you got to go through it to go through it.
Yeah.
Go through it to get through it, sorry. When would you say you kind of reined it in terms of like just buying every little thing, skincare, supplements, makeup, whatever, and kind of really went, I guess, internal, but also like maybe focused more on mindset or maybe then started seeing naturopath, etc.?
I think it was honestly when I really started to hone in was the beginning of last year. So beginning of 2025, because I was like, I'm getting married this year.
Yeah.
Really don't want to have acne on my wedding day.
It's a no-go. You're not invited.
I will uninvite myself if I have acne on my wedding day.
Sam, we're not getting married.
Yeah, it's not happening. And I just knew that there would be nothing that would make me feel less confident and take me out of enjoying my wedding day than looking in the mirror and just seeing pimples on my face. And even just like getting your makeup done professionally, like the feeling of that is just so awful. So I was like, okay, let's fucking hone it in.
And you did lock in.
Lock in. Exactly. So that is kind of when I really brought it back to basics. I was like, okay, I just don't think that doing a million things at once is the right thing for me anymore. And I really started to work on nervous system. Because when I really think about it and like bring it all back in, I'm like, I do believe that so many things are stemmed from the nervous system. And if that is whack, then maybe something you are eating will affect you, but it's not really because of the food. It is like what's happening internal, and so many issues, gut issues, like the gut is the second brain, all of it. If your nervous system, if your anxiety, all of that kind of thing is out of whack, I just don't believe that healing can happen. For me anyway. And so I really started to focus on that, like slowing down, calming down, eating with no distractions, which just sucks.
We've been trialing this one, and I'll like send a little video. I'm like, I'm bored.
It's so boring.
But you're like, this is good for me. This is healing, and it's like 10 minutes of my day.
Yeah, like relax. And like just look at your food and eat it.
Yeah. But did I eat my lunch in front of my work today, in front of my computer? Yeah.
Oh, did I eat breakfast with YouTube on today? Yes, I did.
It's a work in progress.
It is in like progress. Yeah. But yeah, just like I really started to look in, and I really just started to look at the food I was eating and like how it could support my body, and not being obsessive, but also looking at it being like eating to heal, and really trying to have this like overarching whole foods, and just kind of like, okay, how can I, there's protein, fats, carbs in every single meal, greens, fruit, like really looking at like from a whole perspective instead of just like honing in of like just this is the one answer. I really think that what helped so much is blood sugar balancing for me as well.
Yeah.
Huge. And just like all of my acne is very stemmed from the gut. I've had multiple tests. It all happens. And I think from what I've heard, so much is like gut, and then gut can then throw hormones. Like often it's like the gut is the underlying, not the hormones, which I think so many people think it's like, it's the hormones. And so I really started to focus on that. I started to learn all of this, and like from actual professionals, not just like seeking things from
TikTok.
Yeah. I read something somewhere. As in I saw a TikTok.
I saw a TikTok.
Yeah. And so, really started focusing on that, and like bitters before meals, and like thinking about digestion, and blood sugar balancing has been huge for me. And just, you can still eat this and this, but just do it in a way that supports your body. So like sugar, chocolate, for example, I'm absolutely still having that every single day. I'm just pairing it with a fat and a protein, or like having it after a meal. You're not deprived at all, but it'll just help your body, if your body is struggling in that kind of way, supporting it. And that has been huge for me.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think what else it is. It's so hard to think about all the little things.
Yeah. Because it's even like not even, the food and that, like obviously that's a huge part of it. But I know something our whole friendship group is doing is like red lights.
Yeah.
Like not as in the face mask, they're great too, but in your home. It literally changes my mood.
Everything.
As the second it hits like 5 p.m, I'm like, lights are dim. Even though it's daylight outside still. I'm like, lights are dim, red lights are on. I'm literally ordering new globes for our lamps in our room to be red. Like these lights behind us, I will take them around the house at night and like set up in the lounge room. When I move to the bedroom, I move it because the red light just like does something.
It so does.
To my nervous system.
Apparently, do you know why?
No.
Apparently, this is what acupuncture H told me.
Okay.
She said that because when we're in our mum's bellies, so little guy right now,
yeah,
when they're like, what they can see is like light through skin. which is red.
Which is red.
Yes. So apparently it's so calming for us. Same with like tapping and like
Yes.
all of that,
Rocking and
rocking
stuff.
because when we're babies, like that's what we saw. And then like rocking back to sleep and that kind
That
of
makes
thing.
so much sense. And like when I'm probably shining the light on him to watch him kick and video it, he's just seeing red.
Red light.
And someone said that the other day because she posted her nursery and it was like red light or dim light. And she's like, the way that it helps my baby sleep, I'm like, oh, he will have red light in his room.
Yeah. And I just truly believe to my core that we're all big babies.
Yeah.
Like going back to what we did as children in terms of like what brought us joy, what calmed our nervous system, like everything. Everything that I've done now is just like what I did as a kid.
Yeah.
It's like colouring in. Hey, never been so
Me, when I was sick in first trimester, Mum, buy me a colouring in book.
Yeah.
Please.
Colouring in
Like
with
what?
our red light on.
Yeah.
Like I've got my brown noise that plays every night when I sleep, like
Yeah.
which is what I had when I was a baby.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of
And it really is just like going back to, I guess, those basics. And I think one thing that I focused on too was like, how can I stop spending so much money? Because like everything I'm trying is not really working. So it's like, what are the things I can do first that may help? And that's like the stress, the nervous system things that you can do in your home
for free.
To start. It's like getting up and not being on your phone for the first hour. Huge
Seeing
one.
sunlight.
Yeah.
First thing.
Get out in sunlight, go for a swim in the ocean, get salt on your water, on your face, and like doing all these things that actually don't cost but will reduce your stress. Because that was the one thing I heard all through my acne journey was like, manage your stress, stress kills. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's just like, I'm stressed, whatever.
It's dairy.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah, of course. Gluten, seriously. And now as I've grown up and learnt and matured, it's like, oh, stress actually can kill. And I see why.
Yes.
Yeah. So we can manage those ones. And there are so many ways to do it and everyone's going to be different, but it's going to make the biggest difference.
Yeah. And it's just like, it's going to be different for everyone. I know it sounds so annoying to be like, just like stress less.
Oh.
Like, hope this helps. But just like finding even one thing in a day, if it's reading when you wake up, seeing the sunshine and like circadian rhythms, making sure you're sleeping well, like kind of coming back to full basics of like, okay, am I sleeping well? Sit with yourself with no distractions of like, am I calm right now or am I stressed? Because sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm like kind of shaking. I can like feel my shoulders are all up and I'm like, hey, you're at home.
Let's relax the shoulders, drop the jaw,
relax, yes,
and take 3 deep breaths.
Yeah.
I do that often in the car.
Same.
If you know, sometimes you rush and you're a bit frazzled, you get in the car and I'm like, I can feel like my breath's short. I'm like, okay, 3 deep breaths.
Yeah.
And then we continue the drive.
Recently I've been driving with no music
Same.
or anything because it's just like actually that you're like anchor of the day.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, relax.
Silence. And I think a lot of us are so scared to sit in silence. Because your thoughts might come through.
Yep.
Those thoughts might be scary. It might be like self-sabotage.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's
so uncomfortable. It's even the same thing of like eating without distractions. Like it's uncomfortable because you're sitting there and you're like, oh, like I just want to be like watching something. You start like tapping.
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
oh.
But yeah, when we're with friends, like when we're having dinner, like none of us are on our phones. We're all just in the moment, present, chatting. It's like, okay, let's just try that by yourself for a bit. And it doesn't have to be every meal of the day, but like at least breakfast.
I try and do that
feels
at
good.
least one day.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, one day. One meal of the day. Because I'm like, that's at least something that I'm doing. And even just like before eating a meal, I just try and take like 3 deep breaths. And sometimes I even like say, which such sounds so silly, but like I'm sometimes even saying like, you're safe.
Yeah.
Like I'll just like tell my body like, hey, you're safe right now. Because like I just genuinely believe that if your body doesn't feel safe, it can't do anything. It can't heal. It can't show up. And so I'm like, I'm just trying to treat my body as, I don't know, as if I was like raising a child and like you would do everything. You wouldn't be like, oh, you're just like, you don't have discipline. You should be better. Why are you so ugly to your child?
You're
or
not
like to your best friend?
With your sister, yeah.
Yep, all of that, like,
Yeah.
just trying to see yourself like, okay. And acne is, I once heard something from someone who said acne is a love letter from your body. Which I'm like, okay.
Interesting concept.
Could be a hate letter, actually.
Yeah.
But it is a message being like, I need extra support. And seeing it from that lens, I know it is so much easier said than done. When you're like in it and you're staring in the mirror and you're like trying to put makeup on and you're just like seeing all the bumps and you're like, oh my gosh. But being like, I know that this is for some reason, something is off in my body. It's just like when the car light is on in your car, being like, hey, this needs attention. And like, hey, you know what to do then. But that's how I try and look at it.
It's the same approach, yeah. Because it's like acne isn't normal. And And yes, maybe one pimple there in your cycle, it happens. But it's like red, raw cystic acne that hurts when you sleep, you can't touch your face, all the things. That's not normal.
Yeah.
And that is a car light, an engine light coming on in your car. What are you going to do? You're going to take it to the mechanic. Okay, so where is it coming from? Most likely the gut.
Yep.
We need to address the issue. And it's like, even if it's not acne, maybe it's eczema, or maybe it's you get really, really bloated after you eat certain things. Like there is something deeper going on.
And your body is giving you the signs.
Yeah, and it's not something my mum still does is no gluten and dairy, or like less of. And I'm like, I've had that issue from her. Like she is gluten and dairy intolerant. My dad was lactose tolerant and would just like, he still won't have dairy. I'm like, hey, like I can have it now because I healed the problem. And I'm like, even when mum does it or sometimes doesn't, I'm like, let's fix the gut, which she is doing the work. But I'm like, you're over 60.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you should be able to enjoy gluten and dairy and not feel like, oh, I'm so bloated.
Yeah.
There's something going on.
Hugely. I once heard that you aren't what you eat, you're what you absorb. And I was like, whoa, that kind of changed things for me, because instead of being like gluten's the issue, dairy's the issue, sugar's the issue, no, none of it is the issue. It's what your gut is absorbing.
Yeah.
So if your gut is not in a happy place, it is absorbing anything or leaking things, and that is where the inflammation and the issues are coming from.
Yeah.
And that was huge for me, because I think it's so easy when you've got acne just to turn straight to food and be like, you're the issue. And obviously you can do things to support your body, but it just, from my perspective, and I think from a lot of people's, journeys with it, it becomes so obsessive and restrictive that it in turn makes more problems. So I think just knowing that like you are doing everything you can, and just because you have acne doesn't mean you're anything less than someone sitting next to you who doesn't. That doesn't mean you have less value. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not trying, which I think I often thought it was. I was like, I am less of a person.
I'm not healthy because I have acne, but I'm actually eating all the right things. I'm working out. Mentally, I'm good.
Right. Yeah. And I think for me, it was a huge identity kind of, I don't even know the word, like identity.
Not crisis.
Yeah, kind of crisis, because I was like, I feel so healthy and I put so much value in my health, and yet it wasn't showing on the outside.
Yeah.
And so it was like people would look at me, and this is my meeting.
Yeah.
Thinking people are looking at me being like, she's so unhealthy, when I'm doing everything I can. So I think that's when it kind of hits you so mentally, because it's like, no, like you don't understand. Because it's not who I am, but it feels like who you are.
Yeah. Did you ever do much mirror talk?
I have, and I still do.
Yeah, I was going to say I still dabble every now and then. I remember when I first started, oh my God, like the most uncomfortable thing, but so beneficial. Because it's like, if you can't stand in the mirror and say you love yourself, today I'm beautiful, like at the start I did not believe it.
No.
A word I was saying for months.
Yeah.
And then it's like you start to actually, instead of just going, I love my hair and I love my eyelashes, you actually go deeper into like what you love about yourself, and it just creates more and more confidence without going external. Because I had abs, or I've got great biceps, or like if you have clear skin, like those things, great, but it's so external. And it's like, this is what acne taught me so much, was like, what can I offer internally? What's my personality? What's my values, my morals? Am I caring? Like, these are all the things people love you for, not because you have a pimple or not.
No.
And it's like, even now, I remember we're talking about this with Lil, but if we're out in the street, I'm like, oh my gosh, her skin is so clear. And you would do the same. But Lil was like, oh, I didn't even notice her skin. I looked at her hair because Lil was insecure about her hair. She was like, oh, her hair is so thick and long. And I'm like, oh.
Didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just so
You're
interesting.
only going to notice what you're
insecure about.
Yeah. I remember all the time being like, oh, her lips are great. I'm like, I didn't even look. Or like, her hands are nice.
Yeah.
What? It's like, oh, I'm so self-conscious of that. But I'm like, I also as well, I would always notice when someone has really good skin, because like goals.
Yeah.
But then I wouldn't really notice when someone had bad skin.
No. Or if I did, I'd be like, queen, stunning. Like, she's out with no makeup. I want to like go up and be like, you look amazing.
Yeah, or like, can we chat?
Yeah. Because like, I get it.
Yeah.
And I know what it takes to leave the house without makeup, or gosh, leaving the house without makeup, terrifying.
Oh my God.
Cancelling plans, like going into all of that.
All the time.
But also putting on makeup, yes, it would hide the redness, but it would like exacerbate the lumps
Yeah.
Like it just made it look 10 times bigger, but the redness was gone.
It is such a mind like fuck.
Yeah.
You're sitting there and you're like, yeah, it's like putting a shining beam of light on the bumps, but like the redness is gone.
Yeah.
And so I was like, is this better? I'm not too sure.
Not too sure.
No.
Awful.
Yeah.
How did you feel on your wedding day with your skin?
Incredible.
Yeah.
I remember waking up being like, oh my gosh. I still remember I had one pimple on my chin, like kind of like right down the bottom, which like you couldn't really see. And I was like, hey, if there's anywhere I'm going to have a pimple,
I'll take it.
And I was like, I was in deep in the luteal phase for my wedding as well.
Stunning.
Live, love, love.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, it's all good. But my skin was probably the best it had ever been at that point, like from breaking out. And I was so happy. Like I just remember being like, because all morning when it's your wedding day, you are like the last person to get your hair and makeup done.
Yeah.
Second last, whatever. And so all morning you're just like walking around with no makeup on. And I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
I feel good. And it's like the videographer there, the content creator there, the
photographer's
Everyone's
taking photos of you.
Yeah.
And not once when I was like, oh my gosh, my acne is going to look so bad. My skin's going to look so bad. And even just like having the makeup artist put makeup on your skin, you're just not like thinking about it the whole time, which is so, I mean, what you want on your wedding day, you don't want to be thinking about yourself really. Like you don't want to be thinking about your acne.
And it's not even like we wouldn't have noticed regardless if your skin was broken out or not. But it's like that's not the point. It's like how you want to feel on your wedding day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, it was crazy that the last time we filmed this episode, like the wedding
You
happened.
weren't married. I wasn't pregnant.
Whoa. Crazy.
Pretty wild. And it's like we were both, well still are, like doing all of this stuff and really trying to get to the root cause. Obviously last year was like wedding day was the priority. Me was like eventually to have kids and all of that. And it's like when you get there and it's like obviously we accidentally fell pregnant, but it's like the work I was doing has paid off because
Hugely.
Technically I shouldn't have fell pregnant, I guess. It's like how do you not have a period for 4 months and then fall pregnant? Like it doesn't make sense. But like I've put in the work.
Yeah.
I've been doing, looking after my body and doing all the things. And it's like then for you to wake up on your wedding day, you're like that 8-9 month prep, whatever it was, you're like, I put in the work to feel this way and be this way. And it's like you can feel really good about yourself. And again, there was probably multiple times throughout leading up to the wedding where there was different things that were working and not. Thoughts on and do you love like skin treatments?
Yes.
Facials, all the things.
Yes. I love red light and like any sort of like, what's it called? LED?
Yeah.
LED light. I was doing that probably every week or every 2 weeks before the wedding.
Yeah.
At Salt. Have you been to Salt in
No,
Burleigh?
but I saw you going there. Yeah. Is it in
Incredible.
Burleigh?
Yes. Like probably, yeah.
Yeah.
You should
let's
definitely
pop in.
Like best. It was clear. Like I remember I think about a week before I had one pimple on my cheek and I went in. I was like, oh, help. And she was like, okay, we'll do a blue light and then a red. Or what, red and blue, I can't remember.
Yeah.
She's a professional.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll do whatever. And it like went in like a day. It was crazy. So I really, really back any sort of LED, like obviously the professional ones.
Yeah.
I do also have the LED mask, which I enjoy.
Yeah,
I was doing that often.
And I do think I've gone back to, I haven't used mine for ages and I've started using it again. They're obviously not as powerful as in the clinic, but if you can do it multiple times at home during the week, then I think
I just shut mine on and like do the groceries.
at the shopping centre.
Just go
that
out.
would be such a funny reel.
When you've got like groceries at 9 but like have something at 10.
Yeah.
Like while I'm doing the dishes, while I'm cleaning, like I just pop mine on.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a bit of self-care too.
Yeah, it
Sometimes I just like sit on the couch.
and it's like romanticizing it too.
It is. Yeah. Romanticizing acne.
Yeah, if you will.
Enzyme mask or enzyme DMK.
DMK, enzyme.
Holy, I need to get back on that.
Yep.
I've not been on them for like a year. And I remember the results were insane, like the 2-week post DMK.
So I'm currently booked in like I think it's 6 weeks you get it.
Yeah.
And she's got me booked in until like May.
Obsessed.
Like until basically I have the baby. But it's like, to explain what it is if you don't know, it's like a mask that they put on your face, like down to your like décolletage. And you leave it on for like half an hour, 40 minutes, and it tightens. Like you cannot move, smile, wink, move.
You can feel the pulse.
You can feel your skin and your like glands like pulsing in your neck, and it's like so intense, but it draws everything to the surface. And I remember I did it in Adelaide as well, like when it was really, really bad. and it would get worse.
Yes.
But
it like brings
because
it out.
it brings everything to the surface. Whereas now I can do it and like I don't really notice many breakouts, but the 2-week glow is insane. And it's like every time I go, I get 2 weeks after, I'm like, wow, like I'm glowing. And I'm like,
it's
had
2 weeks.
DMK 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It is insane.
I need to get back on it. I'm actually going to book in as soon as I leave here.
Perfect.
Because you've really convinced me.
Yeah.
When was your last one? Because your skin's glowing.
Thank you.
Look at that forehead. I'm sorry.
The forehead.
Glazed donut.
I think it was just maybe 3 or 4 weeks. So I think I'd be coming up to my next one. Or I could be like halfway.
I remember for a bit I was doing skin needling followed by
Yes.
the DMK.
Yeah.
And that was really good.
I really recommend needling, especially for scarring.
Yes. I think not when your skin's like really, really breaking out and like really raw and uncomfortable.
Yeah,
like
which probably wouldn't do anyway.
Yeah.
Or even if I've gone in for needling and I've got a couple of breakouts, she'll always go around them.
Yes.
Or it depends how many I have. But the first time I like fully cleared my acne, needling was amazing for scarring. And now it's like on and off, but mostly DMK.
Yeah. It's unreal. I don't know what it does, like scientifically.
Yeah, but like
But it's doing
I'll
something.
take it. And also like facial relaxing, amazing. Obviously
my
it's
hands.
expensive, but it is worth it.
Also, when you've spent thousands and thousands and thousands on supplements
Yeah, you're like, I can spend a couple hundred every 6 weeks.
every 6 weeks.
And it's like we're not going out and drinking and spending money.
This
like,
is my one thing.
yeah, this is my thing. I'm going to have it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hugely. I'm like, I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol. I
Literally.
can have this.
I can have a facial and be okay with it. How have you gone in the last 12 months with skin, but also like mentally?
I think it's something that still definitely comes up. Like I wouldn't say I'm just like, oh my gosh, I have perfect skin and nothing ever affects me anymore.
Yeah.
Like definitely still I sometimes go, oh no, will this break me out when I'm eating it? Or I'll wake up to a new pimple and like it does still affect you when you're like, oh, cool, like another big one on my cheek kind of thing. But I think the better and better it is improving, you kind of like, it's so funny how like the better your skin gets, the less you care.
Yeah.
The less you think about your skin. And like recently my skin's been quite good and I just wake up every morning, I don't even check in the mirror.
No.
Like I literally wake up, brush my teeth and like go out and like sit in the sun.
And it's so nice.
Oh no. And like the mental capacity that it takes up and then it's just not being there anymore. It's like, wow, I have so much more creativity. I'm like funnier as a person. Have more of a personality because I'm not constantly thinking. And like even just when you'd be having a conversation with someone, you're just like thinking they're looking at my acne, they're looking
And you're
at
not
my
even in the conversation.
No.
You're literally just like, oh, they're looking at my skin.
Yeah.
Is the sun on my face? Should I move? What angle is better? And then they like ask you a question. You're like, oh,
You're like,
I don't know what you said.
Sorry. And then you're like kind of half answering and then you're just
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm not making a good connection with anyone.
No.
So I think that's been huge. And yeah, I think whenever I kind of do break out, sometimes I start to think like, oh, is it this? Is it this? And then just kind of like breathe and be like, it's okay. Like it's a pimple. It'll be gone in a couple of days. Keep doing exactly what you're doing. Don't change anything. Don't start freaking out and stressing about it because that is not going to do anything but make it worse.
Yeah.
Let it breathe. I've really been enjoying just like letting my skin breathe.
Oh, there's nothing better.
Nothing better.
Like I wear makeup like twice a week.
And like when I have it on, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to take it off.
Yeah.
Like after this, going home, taking it off.
Yeah, literally.
And so I think just like, I don't know, I'm getting more and more comfortable because I still have like a bit of scarring and a bit of like pigmentation on my skin, but I kind of just like care less. And I'm not sure if that's aging or my skin just getting better in general.
Yeah.
But I just kind of like, I don't really care.
And I think when it's like, you know how bad it's been and like you go back and look at a photo and you're like, how did I, one, get through that?
Literally.
But two, it's like, not that I don't have anything to complain about because like, you know, we all are allowed to feel our feels, but you just know it's nowhere near as bad. And when you've had people like go through it with you or see it, you're like, you just feel confident in yourself. And I think that's another thing like we've all both of us have learnt through the acne. It's like we're so much more confident in ourselves, whether our skin's breaking out or not, whether we're wearing makeup or not. And you do just get to that point and both of our skin has been so much better the last 12 months. And it's so nice to wake up and not check your skin and just put makeup on and just leave the house and not stress. Like sometimes I've like gone to the end of the day, washed my face. I'm like, I haven't even looked in the mirror like once or like looked at my phone camera or like the reflection of my phone and like checked my face quickly. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
I went to Pilates last week. Went the day you went there. And
Biggest mistake of my life, by the way. They played High School Musical the whole time.
I know, it was a great day. But I remember getting home and I had this biggest pimple like just under my nose. And I'm like, no one freaking told me, like ready to pop, like needs to get off my face. And I think it was just from like a random product that I'd used. But I was like, no one told me. But I was like, I also didn't see it because I wasn't looking in the mirror every 5 minutes.
Exactly.
And then I was like, oh, pop her and get rid of it.
Yeah.
Because it was like ready.
Yeah. She was ready to go.
Yeah.
But like you would have woken up, checked straight away, been checking the whole time. Look at my pimple, like drawing so much attention to it. Didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
The other thing that I did all the time, and it actually caused me so much stress, was changing my pillowcase every night.
Oh,
I literally would do 1 night, 2 nights, change.
yeah.
Like I would never sleep on the same side more than once. Yeah. It was like an addiction. Like sometimes I'd forget. I'd be like, oh my gosh, have I changed it? Change it anyway. And now I just like, still do change it like, you know, relatively frequently, but I'm not like, have I slept on it? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, the problem isn't the sleep. I keep going to say suitcase. It's not the suitcase. Like it's, you know, at the end of the day, there is an internal issue.
Yeah.
Maybe it's attributing.
You know, all these little things do benefit.
Hugely.
But whether you sleep on this side or that side or change the case, it's not going to heal it overnight.
Yes. And like when I was being so pedantic about it, skin was so much worse than it is now. And like I'm a bit like, oh.
Like I'll change it when I change my sheets once a week.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, the journey. I can't believe yours is like 13, 23, like over 10 years, like 13, 14 years?
Yeah. Like I kind of see like from when it was really bad, kind of like 18. So
yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Still longer than it should ever be. Yeah.
Like sometimes I remember just like really being in it too, being like, hey, it's been a decade.
Yeah.
A decade.
Like I'm coming up to that and I'm like, what do you mean?
I know. But the light at the end of the tunnel, there is a light and like you will get to the end of it.
Yeah. And it's like, we're both still navigating scarring and like pimples popping up here and there, but you do get to a point where you're like, it's not everything.
Yes.
And I still can work and be online and go out with friends and like it does not matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hugely.
Your biggest piece of advice for anyone listening with acne who is maybe like stuck in the trenches and they're just like, there is no light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. Hey, been there for starters. I would probably go and see a naturopath and get some sort of testing done, whether that's gut, pee testing. I've just actually recently done that, waiting for the results. Yeah. I'll keep you updated. Yeah, like the hair test for the minerals, like kind of actually seeing what's happening inside your body, because for me as well, I was like, okay, there is a message that is happening inside that I need to kind of like listen to. And you can guess and you can take this supplement and this supplement and this supplement, but you don't know what's happening inside your body. So I think actually finding out what's happening.
And even Tia also mentioned like a lot of the time the gut microbiome testing, like they're great and like I always highly recommend, but she was like, we don't always need to do them. She's like, a lot of the time I can see it from your acne or what you're eating, what you're doing, and we can adjust from there. Hugely. If that you don't want to pay for the testing right up, because I think the gut microbiome is like $550 or something. And obviously all these testing comes with a cost, but just having a naturopath on your side
hugely
changed my life.
Yeah. Like don't just try a bunch of things just because you've seen them on social media.
Yeah.
Because it'll be 5 years down the track and you've spent $5,000 and you're like, nothing's worked. Something that has helped so much, and the more research I do into it, which obviously not a professional, but the more I see, the more professionals I talk to, blood sugar is so huge when it comes to acne and how your body is stress-wise and everything. So focusing on that has been huge for me, having like a savory, big, protein-filled, fat-filled breakfast.
Yeah.
Huge.
Can't go without it.
Can't go with it. I literally wake up and I'm like ready for it.
Yeah.
And even that was huge because in the past I'd be like, well, I need to fast. I need to this. I need to eat less. All of those kind of things.
Like we should actually eat within the first half an hour.
Yeah.
Especially as females. Yeah.
Sets up your whole day. I find if I eat later, I'm hungrier the whole day.
Yeah.
If I eat straight away, like first up, I'm full. Like, and I don't want to snack as much and that kind of thing. So I think, for me, walking after meals, huge for digestion.
And even it's like 5 minutes around the block.
Yeah.
Like just get some movement in. And like I'm not doing that every time.
Yeah.
Would love to.
Yeah.
But like my steps are at minimum at the moment.
Yeah. Well, so on the thicker pregnancy,
it's fine.
so it's a little different.
But it's like, whether you have a walking pad or you can just do a lap of the block after dinner.
Or like vacuum.
You will feel, true. Clean the house, tidy the house. Like just movement for your gut to digest is so incredibly beneficial.
Huge. And just the glucose levels and the blood sugar and like how it is so much more kind of like even.
Yeah.
And nervous system, the old nervous system, focusing on the basics of like, are you trying to see the sunlight and the like sunrise and sunset? Huge for like circadian rhythms. Are you getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night? Like your body can heal once you start getting the fundamentals right. And so I think coming back to the basics has been huge, and not doing all of these crazy things and doing, like what you were saying, the free things, seeing sunlight, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, having
The sleep is huge. Like the way my skin, I'll wake up with clear skin if I've slept more.
Hugely.
Or flatter skin.
Yes.
It's insane.
I still remember actually when I would get sick, like get a flu or something, my skin would clear up every single time. And I was like, why? Because I was resting.
Sleeping more. Yeah. It's really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So interesting. Anyway, so that's like a few things that I feel like that would be something if I was like, even if I was to go back to myself 5-10 years ago.
Yeah. It's like if you were starting again, but you knew what you knew now, this is what I'd be doing first up.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Go back to the basics.
Absolutely.
Don't have a 6 banana 10 date smoothie for breakfast.
Or do the juice cleanses, or try different skincare products every single week. Yeah.
Or
another good thing is to like non-comedogenic products.
Yes,
so they're not blocking your pores, which causes breakouts.
My foundation I was using for like 5 years that was comedogenic.
Was that It Cosmetics? Yep. Yeah, because I bought that recently because Riley uses it and loves it, and I tried it when we were there, and then someone DM'd me saying, Sophie used to use this and it broke her out. So just like heads up.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, really interesting.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been using this every single day basically.
It is nice.
It
is really, really nice. I'll use it every now and then.
Yeah, when I really want to treat myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is massive. And just like also stripping back the basics of skincare routine.
Yeah.
And not doing like 20 steps. My skin is the best when I'm cleansing and moisturizing.
Yeah, truly. And I don't do anything in the morning. I'll spritz maybe like some fun little eye masks because I romanticize everything. Spritz, I'll never cleanse in the morning.
Neither.
I'll just wash my face with water. Nighttime, always double cleanse.
Yeah.
And a moisturizer is all I've been doing.
Yep. Have you ever used azelaic acid?
Yes.
Love.
Love.
Just like you've got red, raw, angry, that just like instantly calms
I did a brand collab with As Clear and fell in love with their product.
Oh, I never tried.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
It's like the highest dose of azelaic acid you could buy over the counter. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think you can have it during pregnancy. No. Or you can be, like have to check. So I just haven't used anything. I've just been using like nice and clean products, but highly recommend.
But yeah, not the 10 serum skincare routine.
No.
It's not going to do anything.
Nah, it's not. Less is more. Yes. Let it breathe.
Yes.
Well, I feel like we could just keep going on tangents about the skin.
We entered flow state there.
Yeah, we did, and I love it. But I truly hoped you guys have loved not only this episode but the skin series, and it just brought some comfort because acne can be a really fucking hard time.
And isolating.
And it can be lonely and just so soul crushing.
Yeah. Hey.
to wrap it back to the start.
Bring it back to the soul crush.
Because it truly is.
Yeah.
And it can affect you in so many different areas of life. But if this can help you in some aspect, then I've done my job. And I'm happy.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thanks, Soph.
I loved it.
You guys know Sophie's Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Sophie Jayne Miller.
Yes.
Follow, like, subscribe.
Wow. Thanks for
drink her matcha from Matcha Lane and buy her cookbook.
Oh my gosh. I've got it all.
Yeah, she really does. But thank you so much for coming on again.
Loved it. Yeah, take 2.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you on Monday.
Bye.